And as a referee chains the door closed, you are locked into the Steel Cage Lounge. And the only way out is over the top. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Steel Cage Lounge. I am your host for the evening, the only tribal chief of the Steel Cage Lounge, the OTC, the provider, the head of the table, the Sicilian Savage. I am the Nightmare Doctor. And joining me shortly will be my enhancement talent. Tonight we're coming off Royal Rumble weekend. We have a clearer picture of what WrestleMania 41 is going to look like, and we will get into all of that. We're also watching the last half hour here of NXT as we are going over the results from the past week. So far tonight on NXT, Stephanie Vacour defeated JC Jane. Fandango, now known as JDC of the System, showed up to challenge Lexis King for the Heritage Cup. Ridge Holland defeating Channing Stacks Lorenzo. Sol Roca and Zarya defeated Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley. And Carmen Petrovic just defeated Kalani Jordan, a reverse decision. The main event tonight on NXT will be Trick Williams and Oba Femi teaming up against Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Waller and Theory are going to wrestle Oba Femi at Vengeance Day in a triple threat for the NXT title. So that's what sets that up. And Trick is, I guess, upset that he is not the one who is challenging Oba Femi in a rematch at Vengeance Day, which is in 10 days or so. Anyways, we were getting a recap here on NXT of Lash Legends night in the Royal Rumble. And ladies and gentlemen, my co-host for the evening has arrived. Main event, Shane Uso is in Yo City.
Shane Uso? Who's that? Who's main event Shane Uso? Who is that?
Oh my God, is it 2022?
Yes, I think so. Is it? Did we time travel?
Let's see, in 2022, you were the Sergeant at Arms of the House of Black. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Wednesday Night Tailgate and beyond the ropes, it is Drill Sergeant Z back in the Steel Cage Lounge.
Doc, what is going on at Sergeant at Arms of the House of Black? Wow, and that has gone to shit.
You are the curse of AEW. You really are, Sarge. You were the Sergeant at Arms of the Nightmare family.
I was.
And then you were the Sergeant at Arms, and then he came back to WWE, and now you said, make me the Sergeant at Arms of the House of Black, and now he's coming back to WWE as well.
Yes, is he?
Yes, he's under contract until late March, early April.
Okay,
So at that point, you would probably have him come back the Raw after Mania.
No, he can't because he's probably under a 90-day no compete. So you're talking about probably SummerSlam.
No, I think he's once his contract's up, he's free and clear.
Really? Was that stupid not to do 90-day no competes?
Tony, he did the same thing with Andrade. Yeah, he's had there's guys. Yeah, I don't think there's any 90-day no. Actually, I think didn't they strike down no competes in the Supreme Court in a court case? I thought I heard.
Oh, I have no idea.
I think once those contracts are up, you're like free and clear.
Oh, good for them. Anyway, how you doing, man? Long time.
Did I hear this correctly? Did Crapper say last week you had septum surgery?
Yes, I had septum surgery about 2 weeks ago now.
Well, you sound the same. So
Well, it was more for to help with my breathing. I got sleep apnea too, doc. Lots been going on since my last time in the steel cage lounge.
Yeah,
So
I had septum surgery. Oh God, but that was like 10 years ago.
yeah, how was it brutal, right?
Yeah, getting the things out of my nose were brutal.
Yeah, I felt like I'd hit by a truck for 3 days.
I had, I gotta tell you, I got the surgery on a Friday. The surgeon said take off the whole week.
Uh huh.
I took off Monday. I was back to work on Tuesday.
You're nuts.
That's what he said. He said, did you go back? I saw him on Thursday that week. And he said, did you go back to work? I said, I went back Tuesday. He goes, you're a madman.
Yeah, I took the whole week off. I said, "Fuck that." I did it. I had it on Tuesday. By Saturday, I was feeling like okay, but man, I was messed up for a couple of days. But I don't know about that. Let's get into some wrestling talk.
Well, I wanted this last time you were on the Steel Cage Jams, like I said, was 2022. I think you were actually on the episode The Rise and Fall of AEW. Do you remember who was the AEW champ at the time?
Jeez, probably was it Moxley who's the champ now?
It was either Moxley had just got it back, or I don't think they'd stripped it from Punk yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah, so yeah, this was before. This was the brawl in the backstage brawl. So he hadn't quit.
Yeah.
Punk hadn't quit yet.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
And Cody had already. I was just trying to get my Cody had already jumped over. That was WrestleMania, because then I had to look up. Do you remember who the WWE champ was?
it's Roman.
And he had both of them.
Yeah, Roman was the champ forever.
Yeah, that was. I thought about that for a second. I'm like, wait, that's an easy one. Roman is the champ.
I was thinking about that. They've been in a company for a little over 5 years now, right? AEW, since 2019.
I don't know if you. I count the start of AEW, that All In pay-per-view.
Yeah, so I
In
think it's
2018. So
okay.
6 years.
All right. Well, since they've introduced a championship, it's been a little over 5.5 years. Moxley's been champ like 4 times already.
Yeah, well, of course. Well, he had that point where he traded it back and forth with Punk a couple times, so that padded his number.
Terrible. I told you I stopped watching. I don't watch anymore. AEW.
Honest to God, I know. You get the feeling when you watch it, like they're building up Osprey to put the title on, but they got to like get him to a recognizable level. But it's like they have nobody better to put it on than Dean Ambrose.
I know. Well, think about how big MJF was like 2 years ago. And now he's like a whisper. You hear anything about what he's doing anymore? It's terrible.
When I watched it 2 weeks ago, he was feuding with Jeff Jarrett.
Why?
Well, exactly. I mean, why is Jeff Jarrett getting like a major storyline in 2025?
He shouldn't. Plus, what is MJF? How does that better MJF in the future to feud with Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah, I know what MJF is like. Oh, I'll do this. I'll be a trooper. I'll help. I'll work with Jarrett. It'll look good on me. The guy should have jumped when he had the chance.
He should have. But look. I mean, a buddy of mine was saying, look at how much bigger of a star Penta is in 2 weeks than he was in 5 years over there. Right? They made Penta to be almost on the same level as Ray.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah. I just think the moment Ray Phoenix comes over, he's going to be slotted right into the tag team division.
I'm sure, but you know what I mean. Like he's been represented better made a bigger star in 2 weeks with WWE than he ever was in 5 years in AEW.
Oh, and then in the background they have So I guess they're laying seeds for this continued feud with Chad Gable. I guess Chad left television last night because he's going to pursue the dark arts of becoming a master luchador.
So where do you think he goes? Do you think he wrestles at AAA or something like that? I'll say this: Triple H is letting them do a lot more stuff outside of WWE than I've ever seen before.
Yeah, that'd be. Or does he go over to T? I'm trying to think what luchador is in TNA. Oh wait, no, yeah, they've got some. There's someone in TNA. Does he go over to TNA? Is what I'm thinking.
Well, I know they have the partnership with TNA, but they're also doing. Did you just see on? I just saw it on Twitter, Doc. WWE ID, like that's their like developmental, right? Is the ID?
Yes, yeah. The only one I know so far. I know there's a whole bunch, but the only one that jumped out at me was Kylie Ray.
Okay, I don't know who. Yeah, I'm saying I don't know who these people are, but they're letting them do WWE ID matches on indie promotions that'll be streamed on Twitter. I mean, I just saw it like maybe 20 minutes before I came on the show.
Aren't they gonna? And they're also gonna be in that Evolve show on Tubi.
Yes. So, but these are like matches separate from that, and then if you win, it could boost you, and then you could start showing up on Evolve. So I remember Evolve was almost like before it went away for a while. It was almost like a training ground before they got to NXT. Remember they used to use it. A lot of guys would come through Evolve and get to NXT that way.
Right, that's where Austin Theory came from.
Yes,
And then they just bought it outright.
yes. Let me see if I can find it real quick for your WWID, so I can give a little better. Yeah, they'll have WWID official matches, which is between the ID prospects, and they'll be like, yeah. See, they have the biggest show ever for WID official matches, and this is February 10th in Clearwater, Florida for WWN Live. So you said this is they're having WWID official matches on other like indie promotions that are like kind of a little big. So they're starting to do a lot more. It's pretty cool, And then he's got people showing up at TNA, and now he's got TNA. I mean, we're gonna see later tonight someone from TNA shows up in the men's Royal Rumble.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh
you thought he wasn't going to be there, Doc?
yeah. Oh, was it? Yeah, didn't I send something? He was booked somewhere else.
He was booked for the Jericho cruise. You said
He
there's
was
no
booked.
way he'll be. You said there's no way he'll be there.
He must. I don't know how. Well, did he go? Did he? I didn't even look at the result. I was looking at some of the results for the Jericho cruise. I was like, we don't have time to get into all this shit. It's 6 days of results. I'm not getting into it.
Yeah.
I'm not getting it. What do you, I know you can take a helicopter to a cruise and back. I know people can do that.
Yeah, so he might have done that. So who knows? But he showed up. Yeah, about the little stuff. Since we're not going to watch it, what did you think of the women's Rumble?
Oh, okay. For the first time ever, I think I thought the women's rumble was better. Yeah, let's talk about the women's rumble. We are saving that for next week because there's 2 entrants in it that Shane can goon out to.
Okay. Oh, so you don't want to talk about it then?
No, I will talk. I'll talk about it with you, and then we'll just watch it next week.
You'll watch it next week. Got it.
Yeah, but of course, if you listen to the show, you know who they are. Well, they're actually 3 because he goons over Jada Parker as well.
Yes.
And Julia and Stephanie Vacor.
Okay.
Were in it. I thought the women's rumble was actually better than the men's rumble for once.
Wow. I didn't think that, but I think this was by far the best women's rumble that they've had, as far as like top to bottom, where the first few they brought all these legends back that were like a joke. Like I think you actually had 30 women that were able to actually compete and do decent wrestling throughout the whole match.
Well, we had 29 women that were able to compete in 2 jokes.
Oh, I get it, but you know what I mean. It was still like the first couple. It was like you had maybe like 8 to 10 women that could compete, and the rest was like a joke. So
Right.
I
The
thought,
rest you had to bring them up from NXT, or you had to bring back Michelle McCool or Victoria.
yes,
I think the first one. I think the first one did have Trish in it.
I think so. But they brought. I
When she
remember,
like number 30 or something like that, Trish and Mickey James were both in it.
yeah, I think Lita was in it. They brought back a lot.
Lita was in it.
They had a lot of veterans they had to bring back. Like, I even think I forget her name. Another blonde who was like terrible, couldn't wrestle, but she was in it.
Kelly.
Yes, Kelly. Yes. So
Well, again, we have again maybe back. I think back when they had that women's evolution pay-per-view. And Becky was like, Becky was the top wrestler in the company, and then the women main evented WrestleMania. I really thought that they were going to do a shift where they were actually going to make women's wrestling the primary feature.
mhm.
I really believe that. And then the pandemic came, and that was the end of that.
Well, I think it was also. I think they were thinking about it, but Vince was in control, and with Vince in control, I think he made sure that not to happen because I mean, Becky was on a Stone Cold esque trajectory, and then after that main event, they like pulled the plug. They like calmed her down big time.
Right. Yeah. Oh, wait. And then will she remember when she did that catastrophic mixed tag team match with Seth Rollins?
Yes, like they really messed. They just messed it up. I think if that were to happen now, Triple H will go with it. He's shown that if you can get over, he will continue to push. Is what I've seen so far from Triple H. You don't see the perfect example. Rusev Day got over, and then Vince just got rid of it for no reason.
Right.
Karrion Kross is super over in NXT, and like, oh no, we got to have Jeff Hardy beat him and make him look like a guy from Spirit Halloween.
Come out dressed like a gladiator.
Yes.
Because Gladiator was a big movie 23 years ago.
Yes. So I think if that happened now with the women, Triple H would go with it.
Another problem with that was like with the Rusev Day thing and even with Zack Ryder, when these guys would get themselves over, they were like, okay, how much money can we get out of this gimmick? How much merch can we sell? And then the writers would bury it because the writers didn't come up with the idea. The wrestler came up with the idea. So the writers were like, oh, let's change this or push it in this direction. That's why Xavier Woods keeps the writers away from up, down, down.
Good.
Yeah, but as you were saying, there are so many women now, and again, that's because of all the people they brought up through NXT. I mean, you even got you still haven't brought up Julia and Stephanie and Zarya and Roxy. They have so many women now. They had to add 2 more titles.
Yes, they have.
Right?
You get the Intercontinental and the U.S. title now. Now, I still think they have an issue where it's still like the heavyweight, whatever, the top part is still only like 5 or 6 girls. It's still Charlotte, Bailey, Becky whenever she comes back, Bianca and Rhea. Other than that, like, who do you really? They still haven't. I think there's some problem building some of these women up to that level. What do you think, Doc?
Yeah, they still have they still have a long way to go. Yeah, they still got to replenish that top echelon there. Well, again, they've lost Becky, and we don't know when she's going to come back. They lost Sasha, who's going on to become terrible, and Charlotte just came back, but most people kind of don't want to see Charlotte anymore. They're kind of over Charlotte, as we're going to talk about here shortly. But yeah, like you said, it's and Tiffany has the belt.
Yes.
But would you put Tiffany? I'd put her like lower mid card, upper mid card, lower main event. I don't think
She needs she
she's
needs
not on the
food.
level yet of Rhea and Liv and Nia.
Yeah, she needs a feud to get her into that upper level. She's pretty over with the crowd with like what she can do in the ring and people are into it. She just needs a feud with the right person to get her to that next level. I think she can take it to that next tier. But you're right. Like so as of right now, she's like a step. I'd say she's a step above mid card, but a step below the main event scene for the women.
But she'll get there. Well, we'll see. You think you were making a good point today. I mean, I don't know which one Charlotte's going to pick. So Charlotte is the one who won the Women's Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Charlotte and Rhea. That'll be the third time we get Charlotte and Rhea, and we know the two of them can do a good match.
Yes.
But you think Charlotte should pick Tiffany?
I do, but after I watched her promo last night, Doc, this morning, and then I just watched this in NXT. I just don't. The fans, like you said, the fans don't seem to be happy that she's back, which I don't understand.
Right. Well, again, it's like every time Charlotte comes back, she finds a way to immediately get a title shot.
I get that, but she's the best.
Just like Hulk Hogan,
Yeah.
who's in our chat right now.
Oh, awesome.
Terry Bollea. Oh, and Farmer is in there as well.
Oh, nice. Hey, Farmer. And what's up? Oh, what's up, Terry? He's training his daughter, Brooke. But I look at Charlotte's the best. She, there is no woman I think can touch her at this point. But with her being, so I think, she's going to be a heel. But to me, Tiffany Stratton is best served as a heel as well. So I do think they really should have a match. Like, they have to have a match. Because I think their styles are almost like the same, where they're very snug. If that makes sense? You know what I mean? Like, they'll lay their shit in. They're not afraid to hit you, and they're not afraid to take contact. Where other girls like don't lay in their stuff as much, and they're super athletic. I think they would have an amazing match, and I think Tiffany would help. I mean, Charlotte would help put Tiffany over. Like I said, I don't think Tiffany wins the match, but like Bully always says, there's going over and then there's getting over. And I think in a match with Charlotte, that would get Tiffany over to the moon.
Right. Losing to Charlotte Flair is not going to hurt Tiffany at all.
No. I just, like I said, I think they wanted to bring back Charlotte as a face because she was sort of cutting like a face promo last night, really heartfelt, and the fans shit all over it.
No, they're not gonna accept her. Again, you keep having her come back and putting her right in the title scene. They're not gonna accept it. I mean, they're eventually going to they're eventually going to appreciate Charlotte for who she is, like they do with Cena right now. But she's not at that point yet. And then she's only 2 away from tying her father.
Yeah, I think
in spouses and titles.
Very true.
Right?
She comes back and wins the Royal Rumble and immediately divorces Andrade.
Actually, recap on that. She filed for divorce in June of 2024.
Oh, so they've been separated for a while.
And it was finalized in October of 2024.
Oh, and they only just announced it yesterday?
And I guess they wanted their privacy, so.
All right.
I guess they have been I was worried when I saw that. Like, poor Andrade. He's finally getting some footing over there on SmackDown, and he's going to have the rug pulled out from under him.
Oh yeah, moved directly. Well, wherever she goes, he's going to the other
But I
brand.
guess they're on. I guess they're on friendly terms.
Okay. Yeah. It's to me, Charlotte's the best. I have no problem with her being in the title scene for Mania, and then you bring her in to I mean, have her work with some of the young girls. But I think it needs to be someone that's ready. You know, like I said, I think Tiffany's ready for the next step. What other? You're watching more than I am nowadays, for sure, Doc. I don't know what I mean.
Well, right now, Grayson Waller and Grayson Waller just pinned Trick Williams in this tag team match
Yeah, now
off the
Trick's getting
off the interference from Eddie Thorpe, who hit Trick Williams in the back with it looks like a strap.
Yeah, he's beating the shit out of Trick Williams with the strap now.
So my guess is going to be that Eddie Thorpe and Trick Williams at Vengeance Day are going to have.
Strap.
Where's Terry Bollea when we need him? The Apple Pie strap match.
There you go. They keep doing that. That Vengeance Day with the colors. Have you noticed that, Doc?
Speaking of the Apple Pie strap match, Terry, tell us about the Apple Pie strap match.
I gotta tell you, brother, that was one of my fucking favorite moves, dude. I'd take off the strap and I would just beat the shit out of people. They would belt, brother, the weightlifting belt from the NWO, brother. I'm that shit, dude. I was very effective, brother. Other than that, I had three fucking moves.
How you
Right,
doing,
dude?
Terry?
Terry, do you remember Drill Sergeant Z?
I do, brother. What's up, brother? Long
Not
time
much,
no
man. How you
speak.
doing? Long time.
I think
You,
I went into his show. He was like, speaking about fucking football, some bullshit. And I was like, hey, brother, it's me, dude. And he fucking no sold me. That's all right, brother.
oh, my bad.
That's
My bad,
cool.
Terry. I just made sure I was trying to make sure you didn't get booed. That's all.
You know, that hurt my heart, brother, because you know what? I go to fucking Los Angeles, brother. I used to train and hang your brain, the speech. You know what I'm saying? It goes gym, brother. Then I go over there, dude, and they boo the shit out of me.
Oh my god. Oh, what a night! What a night this is going to
All right.
be.
You
So
know,
Sarge, you ready? You ready to start the Royal Rumble?
Yeah, so.
I
What
am
time?
at 248 even, right at Ray's entrance.
All right, let me open up my Peacock. Let me get
I
my.
told Vince, put me number one, brother, in one of the Royal Rumbles and let me win it. But he said, doesn't work for me, brother.
You said 248. Hold on.
That would have
248,
been
248 even. Yeah, Terry, you would never be number one in the Royal Rumble because you can't work longer than 10 minutes.
anyways, brother. Roll the fucking tape. I'm fucking sick of you, brother. Yo, every chance you
I
get,
made
you're
it.
cutting the promo on me, dude. That's
I
all
made
right,
it.
brother. Still love you, Doc.
I'm at 248. So let's go.
248. So Royal Rumble 2025. We're watching the men's Rumble. 248 even. Gonna hit play in 3, 2, 1, play, and there we go.
Thank God it's not the women's rumble, brother. I would hop off right away.
Now we're doing the women's next week because so Shane can goon over Julia and Stephanie Vacour.
Mm. All right, brother.
All
I'm
right.
training Brooke for the next one.
Yes. She definitely needs to be in the next Rumble.
Oh, they're putting up. I didn't notice that before. So they're putting up. They put up height, they put up weight, and then they put up country. They're putting up Mexico for Ray, even though he was born in San Diego.
Yes.
That's a shoot, brother.
They added a lot of stuff to the entrant, like this. How many guys are in the ring at once? How many were eliminated? What
Yeah, I
number?
like that. I like the Royal Rumbles. There's a lot of stats you can use in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Ray
I
without his
also,
mask with a handsome little fucking devil, right, brother, with those dimples.
Doc, I also like a buddy of mine mentioned this. I like that they elevated the ramp for the Rumble this year. Too many years it wasn't, and you couldn't see the wrestler because of the crowd. Because it's the same height. So I like that they're elevated. You can
That's
see.
because they were doing it this time, because this time they did it in a football stadium. But the last couple, I actually think they were doing them in baseball stadiums.
They were, but you could still elevate the ramp.
Yeah, they're actually coming out of the dugouts.
Yeah, but they still could have elevated the
The
ramp.
nappy dugout, brother.
I was surprised Ray was even in the Rumble. He's number one.
Oh no, Ray! I mean, Ray is Hall of Famer. This guy still wants to go. I got to give him credit, and as
What's your favorite Royal Rumble of the past, brother?
Oh, what is my favorite Royal Rumble? Well, Sarge, why don't you go? That's probably one of the Steve Austin ones, isn't it?
My favorite Rumble? Jesus. I'll go with the 2020 Rumble because I actually went. I was actually there, and Edge came back. It was pretty awesome. And Drew won, and they had that whole Brock started the Rumble, and he was just eliminating everybody. And then Drew eliminated him, and that really put the rocket ship on Drew. And then unfortunately, COVID happened, and he won the Mania. I mean, won the title at Mania where nobody watched. Well, nobody was at.
Mine was when Jake the Snake came down and threw a fucking snake, brother, and you never saw that fat ass under the giant move so fast, brother. You went over the fucking ropes and killed the luchador. That's right, brother. And he ran away.
My favorite was probably the one where what was my favorite one was the one where Bret Hart and Lex Luger eliminate each other.
Oh, for the tie?
Yeah, the tie. And the timing was absolutely perfect because they both hit the ground at the same time.
How do they do that, brother? I mean, I'm a fucking wrestler myself, but Jesus Christ, how do they do that, brother?
How do they do that? I'll tell you how they do it. Two words: Bret Hart. Bret Hart executed that perfectly so that him and Lex hit the ground. Only Bret would have been able to pull that off. It could have been Bret. It could have been Bret and Sean, but only Bret and
didn't
only
I hit
Bret
the fucking floor with Sid Vicious on the steel cage match, brother?
Well, good. Then we I forget. Did we talk about this last week? You and Orndorff hit the ground at the same time on the cage match.
I got it wrong, brother.
And here comes Penta, and like we said earlier, Doc. Moreover,
I got CTE. I got CTE, Doc. I forgot.
Penta, moreover, in 2 weeks in WWE than he ever was in AEW for 5 years.
As we see, his outfit was picked out by Batista.
No, it was.
That's right, brother, because AEW, whatever the fuck you said, is the fucking minor leagues, brother, to the major leagues. You got a fucking retard over there. Tony, what's his name, Khan? Yeah, brother, he's a real mark, dude.
That Penta almost fell running to the fucking ring. Oh, it's the big leagues, bro. Get it together, Penta.
Oh,
right,
you talk about the big leagues and botches. Oh, let's just focus on this for a few minutes because for the next 2 minutes we're gonna get a couple of real bad botches to start the match.
Yeah,
AEW's the shit, brother.
How do you think they did with this match, Doc? I mean, with the placement of the heavy hitters for the men's rumble, or do we want to just talk about it as it goes on?
Oh, I thought, yeah. Well, they put all the heavy. I mean, they got all. As you see, it's like 7 guys until we finally get a guy of size, right? Until Otis comes out.
Yeah,
but yeah, most of the heavy hitters are like in the final third, right?
I know. It was, to me, I think it was one of the best back halves of a rumble like ever, with the guys that they had coming in the last half of the rumble.
I bet you could put on a second. That's crazy how much bigger Penta is than Rey Mysterio.
Well, when What do you mean, in height or in
in
weight?
height and in musculature too. I mean,
His dick, brother.
Penta's a big guy for a luchador.
Yeah, he's probably he's almost like La Parka. Like La Parka was
Yes,
the biggest luchador. Penta's the same thing.
yes, he's a lot. Like Ray is like 5'6". What's Penta? 5'10",
He might
5'9".
maybe. Yeah, we get like everyone is small in this match. Here we go.
Oh yeah,
Is it right? No,
this
it's
is
not
ridiculous.
yet.
All right, Ray. Yeah, Ray almost fell there. They both
It was like a midget Royal Rumble, dude.
Well, it was. You
Always
get
needs a
what next
fucking Haiti
week's-
kid. And
You get like Carmelo Hayes comes in, like a bunch of little dudes.
Doink.
But I guess right, you're able to have a lot of action when the guys, I guess, are a little bit smaller.
right. Yeah, you wanted to. I guess that was. Well, yeah, let's put some quick guys in the ring.
There it
Here
is. There it was.
Why don't you just bring on little Tatanka back?
Did both feet hit the ground, Sarge?
Definitely. That's why they
Remember that guy,
never
little Tatanka? What was his name, Doc?
It wasn't Little Tatanka. It was you're thinking of the midget wrestler that was with Hillbilly Jim at WrestleMania 3, right?
That's right, brother. He was
Little
little
Beaver.
Tatanka to me.
Little Beaver.
There you go, brother. See what a mark is, drill sergeant. He knows that shit.
Yeah, but yeah, that's his
Terry,
feet definitely hit.
Terry, we've talked about this on the show. I taped WrestleMania 3 when it was on closed circuit, and I used to watch it. I used to watch it all the time.
Here we go.
What'd you think when the fucking cameras were just going up? Me and Andre looking at each other, brother. Biggest pay-per-view in the fucking 80s, dude. That's right, dude. Close freaking TV, actually. That's right, brother.
We have Chad Gable now as the third entrant, another little dude
who's learning the dark arts of Chad Gable. Oh my God!
If you wanted to see that shit, you had to go to the fairgrounds or theater that was carrying it, brother. That's right, dude.
Well, I've mentioned on this show before that they used to have the posters. We're talking again, Sarge, talking about how far women's wrestling has gone. They used to have the posters. You know, you can still find them and have all the matches are going to be on the card, and then on the bottom it says plus women and midgets.
Yeah.
Yeah, they used to be special attractions.
Mm-hmm. Well, women can go, man. Women can go. Ray, so see that move right there? Ray almost is only able to do that because he's so short.
Right.
Any other wrestler, both feet would have hit the ground.
Yeah, again, that's because because Penta is a little bit taller. That's probably why.
I wish I was a baller.
Mm-hmm.
And we go. Remember when Gable was Shorty G?
Oh, jeez, God!
What the fuck? And they brought that up a couple weeks ago. Someone said, "Didn't they used to call you Shorty G?"
Yeah. Do you think did he?
So Shorty G.
So here's this move that with Ray and Penta, and Ray kind of missed, and he lands on Gable's legs. Do you think Gable actually got legit hurt, and maybe that's why he's going to be off TV?
He could. Well, let's see what he does here. Ray pulled him into the corner
for a while, but I know he landed on his knee. Here comes
Clark Gable, brother, flanking, my dear. I don't give a damn, brother.
So here comes Carmelo.
Talk about a guy that has cooled off significantly. Doc.
Oh my God! Yeah, he doesn't last long in this.
No.
Well, Drill Sergeant, I'm leaving. Nice to speak with you again, brother. Doc,
you too, Terry. You be good.
I'll see you in a karaoke night, brother. Hogan's Beach. I got. I'm so excited and queued up for you, brother. All right. Yeah. Peace out. Terry
Later, Terry.
All right.
Our homeboy Terry Bollea.
Yes. Doc, real quick, we didn't get another thing with the women's rumble. How shocked were you when Alexa Bliss's music hit?
I wasn't shocked at all.
So you knew she was coming back, or
I knew she was coming back. I knew it was. I figured it had to be a work. What's she what's she gonna do? Is she gonna go to AEW? You really think she was gonna go to AEW?
I thought maybe she just
I
couldn't
like the
stop.
ovation. I mean, she got a great ovation. It was good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the crowd went nuts for her. It had been. I was telling when we watched it, I was telling my wife Lily, that it had been like 2 years since she'd been on TV. Like she'd been gone for a long time.
Oh, she had a baby.
Well, yeah, remember she had a baby, but then the baby's over a year old now, isn't the baby over a year old?
I don't think the baby's over a year old.
So was she injured and then got pregnant while she was rehabbing?
I think so. I think so. I'm trying to remember exactly how, because remember she did the whole. Remember she went into. Yeah, she was off TV when Bray came back, right?
Yeah, she hasn't been
Because
it's
Bray
been
was
2
gone. Bray
years.
was gone. Another Lucha Santos Escobar.
Just the ring filling with cruiserweights here.
It's a AAA. It's a AAA Rumble.
Yes.
And this was who my brother had number 5.
Yeah. Well, I had number 4. I ended up having the first guy fucking eliminated.
My brother had number 5, and I text him. I go, "You have Santos Escobar. You went, fucking great." He texted me.
I had him, and then I had 28. So,
Yeah, I had Penta,
yeah.
and then 17. I missed Drew. 16 was Roman, and then 17 was Drew McIntyre.
Like I said, I had 28. I almost won the girls if they would have had Charlotte come out one number later.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think what else from the women's did.
Well, yeah. So yeah, Alexa, what she did the whole. Remember, she went to a therapist and was able to control her evil side with her normal side with
Yes.
Lily and everything, and then she was injured. She got pregnant. Bray came back. Bray went off TV again, and then Bray died.
Yeah. Like I don't
All
think
while she was gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think she was ever back. Well,
Oh, and she had. Did you see her jacket?
yeah, we'll always be friends or something like that.
It said friends forever.
Yes.
But the R and the S were a different font, so it said Fiend Forever.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I just know this is good. I think what they basically set up a her and Liv Morgan feud is what they did.
Yeah, you know what? She wasn't even on. They didn't do anything with Alexa last night. So does that mean she's going to show up on SmackDown?
I don't know. I mean, I know Liv eliminated her. Here finally we get Otis a little bit of beat
We get Otis
for the ring. But he's like he's as tall as the rest of them. He's not even 5'10". Otis 5'10", 330.
former Money in the Bank winner.
Oh, and he never even got to cash it in.
You know what though? That is my favorite Money in the Bank match of all time.
Oh, the one that's in the Vince's, like in the WWE.
The one that was in Titan. The one that they destroyed Titan Towers.
Yeah. I mean, I give them credit for doing something different than because of the times we were in. So, I don't fault them. So, but yeah, Otis. I mean, another guy, got super over, and then they took the light off of him, basically.
Arguably, as he's still over. I mean, he's over as this crazy Alpha Academy.
Jesus, holy shit! Chad Gable just stood up.
Does Gable look hurt? Does Gable look hurt to you right there?
No, I guess he wasn't. But
lifting up a 500-pound man.
Yeah. Torture rack here by Otis on Damon. I guess he's still over, but I mean, he's not over to the extent he was over, and they're not showcasing him anymore.
Right. He's over. He's got the fans behind him, but he's a comedy act.
Yeah.
A comedy act. Maybe they'll win the tag titles at some point. But yeah, he's not gonna be wrestling Braun Breaker anytime soon.
No. Is that who 7 is? Here we go. Who's 7?
7 is Braun.
Oh, yeah. It is Braun Breaker. Now we get someone of real. He's probably. I think they did a good job. He was able to be showcased because of the position they put him in this match. Doc. So I think he would have got lost being in there with all the heavy hitters.
Yeah, at the end, yeah.
But you put him here, he can dominate, which he does for portions of the Rumble. And I think he's like their next guy. Jesus.
Well, there's 30. Well, we went right after Carmelo Hayes, which is
and then eliminated. Jeez, Frankensteiner, he's just showcasing. Look, he's about to throw fucking Otis here. God, wow, he back body dropped Otis, standing back body with no run. Jesus Christ.
Oh, I just know he has numbers on his singlet.
Yes, for the Steiner math.
Well, yeah, again, because everyone is numbered entering the Royal Rumble. But yeah, the numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you at sacrifice.
Jesus, just speared Santos with Penta on him. He's their next guy, right? Right, Doc? I mean,
him and there goes Santos. Him and Oba Femi. Won't you want to see him and Oba Femi throw down in WrestleMania in the main event?
Yeah, that's probably 10 years from now. But I'm saying he's definitely Oba's still in NXT. I'm talking about but on the main roster, I could see in 2 years he's in the main event scene.
Here, Tozawa. Here's Carmelo. And Carmelo takes out Tozawa. Who
are we gonna get? Who's gonna join? And then we get this. My son knew who this guy was. I have this iSpeed or whoever.
iShows Speed. He has 300 million followers on YouTube.
Yeah, he's super famous. I guess he's the second fastest man in the world or something. I don't know. I don't watch YouTube, so I have no idea. But I know.
I thought he was maybe second fastest man in the world completing video games, because that's what I'm.
No, maybe that. I don't know. I just know Hayden was like, "Oh, I know who he is," and I was like, "I have no idea who this guy is." And Triple H said, "We got to get somebody." And then here we go. He's, oh, okay. And then he sees iShow Speed, and Well,
iShow Speed is an investor in with Logan Paul in that Prime drink.
Yes,
because remember that at WrestleMania he was in the Prime costume, and didn't Seth Rollins put him through the table?
Yeah.
Think all these YouTubers want to be fucking wrestlers now. All of a sudden.
Hey, man, it's wrestling's cool again. It's been cool again for a while now.
By the way, Sarge, did you know that we are on YouTube?
I know. Yes, you had told me. Congratulations, man.
Yes, so this episode will be after I get it posted on Spotify. I'll put something together. I'll try to get it done tonight, and it'll be up on the YouTube channel. Just search for The Nightmare Doctor or search for Steel Cage Lounge, and yeah, you can listen to us through YouTube.
Look at this. iShow Speed just helped Braun Breaker eliminate Otis.
Well, this is it. This is the. You're talking about Braun Breaker getting over. This is the viral. 30 million people have watched this clip on social media. So Speed does the backflip there, and
God.
Now he's about to see Speed. God almighty.
I mean, do you remember anyone running the ropes as fast as Braun Breaker?
He almost. I'm surprised he didn't spear him out of those Crocs.
No. Now, here we go. Gorilla Press throws him onto Otis. I was like, oh, wait, he's not eliminated. We're going to do a spot here. And then Otis fucking
Nope.
fall away slam over the table.
I slam over the table. I would also like to point out that Braun Breaker did the gorilla press correctly there. Let's see if they show it here again on the replay. He had Speed up by the leg. He didn't hold him by the balls like the Ultimate Warrior used to do. Yeah, see?
Yeah. It's crazy that Otis caught him and then just fall away slammed him over the table. It said he had 35 million YouTube subscribers or followers, Doc, and then he got RKO'd by Orton at WrestleMania last year.
Yes.
All right, now here we go. Who's number 9?
And he was in Peru, and they named him the mayor of Lima for 2 hours.
Oh, nice. All right.
I show Speed. I guess they did. They do some ceremonial thing. Yeah, they were going to do it for an hour, and he negotiated for 2 hours.
All right. So we get Sheamus. Nice to have him back. I think he's a guy you can count on to always have a great match.
You've got to give him the Intercontinental title at some point before he retires.
Well, I agree. I thought he was going to win it. Didn't he face Breaker for it like 2 weeks ago or a couple weeks ago?
Right, but you got to remember, they took the title off. They broke Breaker's reign to give Jey a run because Jey was so hot at the time.
Yeah.
And then they gave it back to Breaker. You got to have Breaker have like a...
Ooh, Sheamus almost eliminated there by Penta.
Yeah, Sheamus is lucky he didn't.
Yeah. Ooh, slingshot over.
I don't know if you saw, Sheamus is actually jawing on social media with Joe Hendry.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering if they're setting up, maybe that would be something if they have Hendry defend the TNA title at WrestleMania against Sheamus.
I think that would be good.
That'd be a good spot for both of them.
Yeah, I also think it'd be good. It'd be a good partnership for TNA. Like they would get a lot out of that, having their title on WrestleMania. So, yeah, I think it was Saturday Night Main Event a couple weeks back. That's when Sheamus wrestled Breaker, and I thought maybe he might get it because he's not a you're alluding to. He's not a Grand Slam champion yet.
Yeah, it's the one title that has eluded him.
Yeah. Which is surprising. Here comes Jimmy Uso.
Well, you don't like my idea? Jimmy Uso wins Elimination Chamber. We have Uso Mania.
No, they faced each other last year, and it was.
No. I mean, Jimmy wrestles Cody and Jey wrestles Gunther.
Nah, Jimmy's not over enough.
I know. You can see though that they're trying to get Lightning to strike twice with Jimmy on SmackDown. It's just not working as well as Jey.
Yeah. But I mean, he's still look. I give the Usos a ton of credit. They've been in the business. Is it 15 years now?
Yeah, and they're both getting over as singles wrestlers.
Yes, they were just tag team guys who you thought that's all they would be, and it's what someone was saying.
Well, I've mentioned this before on the show. Do you know why they took so long to split them up?
They didn't know which one was which.
That was Stephanie couldn't tell them apart. Stephanie was like that. Stephanie was like the head writer for how long?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stephanie could not tell them apart. Now you can tell them apart because one cut his hair.
Yeah. Well, I also think, isn't it hard to split them up when one's continuously gone for DUIs?
Yeah, that was that was another thing though. But I remember, Jimmy would either be hurt or Jimmy would be out for a DUI.
Yeah.
And what would they do with Jey? They'd put him on commentary at main event.
Yeah. Or he would wrestle singles and always lose. This
Right.
was before the pandemic. Here comes Andrade, who
The former Mr. Charlotte Flair.
yes, who
He don't look
hasn't
he don't look too upset that he's divorced.
no. But he's wow, I guess he's been back for a year and
Yes, he returned last year at last year's Royal Rumble.
yeah, and hasn't done anything other than to compete for the speed championship.
Yeah, he was
right?
the speed champion. By the way, do you know who the current speed champion is? It is not Andrade.
Oh, it's not?
It is not.
Kofi.
Dragon Lee.
Dragon Lee.
I'm sure it'll be Penta soon.
Isn't Candice the women's speed champion or something like that?
Yes. Candice is the women's speed champion.
I saw them say that during the women's Rumble. Back to the Usos quick. So someone was saying, this thing with Jey, it's kind of like Kofi. I feel like it's different in that they've been building this up with Jey for like 5 years now, Doc. This is going all the way back to Thunderdome, WWE, pandemic WWE.
Oh yeah, this goes back to when Jey challenged Roman and they choked out Jimmy in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, like we've been building to this Jey singles like thing for like a long time. Where like Kofi, it was that gauntlet match, and then all of a sudden, 2 months before Mania, whatever it was, and then he got into he got super popular. This has been Jay's been building 5 years with this. They're very impressed with main event Jey Uso. He's definitely earned the moniker that Roman gave to him during the pandemic.
Let me just a point of Jay's popularity here. When he came out and opened Monday Night Raw, and he had 17. No, was there 17? How many? Was there 17,000 people there? I think there were.
Something like that. Yeah.
That's a number that's stuck in my head for some reason. Oh, speaking of wild Samoans.
Yes, this guy is on another level.
Yeah, this guy is.
This guy is the goods, man. Jacob Fatu, holy shit.
Jay came out in Cleveland, 17,000 people, yeeting, and they start chanting one more time, and Jay makes the motion, roll it again, and they start playing. I have never seen. Have you? Do you ever remember anything like that? I've never seen anything like that.
No, I've never seen them. The music has stopped, and then the crowd wanting the music again, and then them playing it. I've never seen that. Like I know at Mania at the end last year when Cody won, they kept replaying the music because they just let the music keep going, but there wasn't like it stopped and then the fans wanted it. Like you said, he yeeted for like 3+ minutes with the crowd. Jesus Christ, look at this. God, Jacob Fatu with the Samoan drop with Ray and
with the number 1 and the number 2 entrant in the Raw, the Rey Mysterio and Penta, and he Samoan drops both of them.
Yes, and just threw out Chad Gable like nothing. And see you later, Ray.
And there goes Ray.
Yep. He I've never seen that. He comes through the crowd. The place is like you said, the whole arena. Nice. Thanks for coming, Andrade. Guess that's what happens when you're no longer Mr. Charlotte Flair.
Well, that's it right there. Jacob eliminates 3 people, and I think Roman eliminates 3, and I think they tied for the most, right?
Well, Breaker's already got 2. Did he? Does he not get another one?
I don't think so.
Okay.
As we're getting
we and Ludwig Kaiser with his like.
This let's pay attention to this one because it's like a 6-second elimination.
Yeah, I know Cole starts yelling like as if it might be the record, but it's not.
But it's not. No, it doesn't break Santino's record.
No, but I haven't, like you said, I've never seen that before. Where the fans, all 17,000 are doing the yeet, and then one more time with the music, and then all of them do it again. Like it's unfucking believable. I do think he needs to start giving the glasses to the kids, though. Like a la like Bret Hart.
Yeah, I think I did. I actually found 2 pairs that look like those Yeet glasses. I found them at Dollar Tree.
Oh, okay. See, so it's not even that expensive.
It's not even that expensive.
Yeah. You know, like, I mean, he keeps doing it where like the kid with the kid, like he's doing the yeet with the kids. I think whatever kid he does it with, he should then put the glasses on him,
Yeah,
or like
put
put
the
the glasses on him, and then they do the yeet.
One
Guys,
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1. Oh, wait a minute, 4 or 5. So they said 6 seconds.
Yeah, there you go. Kai's eliminated by Penta.
Well,
This
is the perfect time for me to point out that there is a rule. So remember how the 1 year Curtis Axel was saying, "I've never been eliminated."
Yes.
All right. The rule is you have until the next entrant comes down to enter the ring.
Yes.
So if the next entrant gets in before you are eliminated.
Okay.
So Curtis Axel was eliminated.
There you go. We didn't get to that, though, with this. I know they were saying Kaiser could just hang out outside, but no, you can't.
No, you can't do that. No.
Here we go. I can't remember who 14 is. As you've seen,
The Miz.
As we get the Miz, right? We have not had any of, other than maybe, I guess, Jacob, any of the main event players yet in this Rumble. Usually they sprinkle 1 or 2 of them in, but they haven't at this point.
Well, Jesus, you talk about the 1995 Rumble. The first 2 wrestlers were Shawn Michaels and the British Bulldog.
Yep. And didn't they go all the way to the
end?
end?
The Royal Rumble ended with Shawn Michaels eliminating the British Bulldog.
Yeah.
They were the last 2 left. What was the pandemic Rumble in 2021? Remember they announced 1 and 2 on WWE backstage?
Yeah, wasn't it Edge and Orton?
It was Edge and Randy Orton.
And then they were the last 2, right?
And they were the last 2.
Yeah. I just
think if you have 2, but again, I mean, I'm shocked. I'm shocked Roman came out at 16.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but they definitely loaded the back half of this Rumble for sure. Look at Miz. Yeah, okay, Miz, this is going to work out real good for you, kicking Jacob Fatu in the face. Oh.
You could have done a second Rumble with the guys that weren't in.
Holy shit. He just fucking caught him in midair.
Yeah.
And Samoa dropped him. The guy is unbelievable. And you know what? The guy can talk too, Doc.
Yes, he can talk. Yep.
I mean,
well, Christ, he's had to hold his own in MLW. I mean, he's had to carry everyone that's come through, right?
Yeah. What do you want to see them do with him?
It's like, what's the
here it is. I believe.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Head.
Oh my God. Jesus, the place going nuts. He definitely got one of like the top pops for the night.
Yeah, it was him and Alexa.
Yeah. Sheamus says, look, I guess you're right. Yeah, they did. I guess with Sheamus standing, I remember he watched him in the, like he stood and watched him as he started taking out superstars. Yeah, see Sheamus just standing there in the corner watching. So you're probably right. He is gonna. Oh, look, he even knew where. Oh, is he? Nope. He fucked up. He didn't know where the hard cam
You
was.
know where the hard camera was.
Maybe he just wants to look at the whole crowd. Oh yeah, no.
He didn't know where the hard camera was.
There you go. Yeah, he's. I mean, yeah. Look, and Sheamus starts doing the clapping too. Wow. Okay, Joe.
Hell, I've said this before. I remember watching when it was a thing before it became Defiant Wrestling. It was if you know What Culture Wrestling, it was What Culture Pro Wrestling. And they had a free, this was like 2017, they had a free pay-per-view that they put on YouTube. The main event was Will Ospreay and Drew McIntyre.
Oh, wow.
Cody Rhodes was defended the Digital Media Championship on the show. I forget who he defended it against. But yeah, part of that promotion was Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry was aligned with Gallus.
Yep, and the place goes nuts. Put your ones in the air, Doc. He's here.
The OTC.
Yes. But back, what do you want to see them do with Jacob, though?
Again, like, what is Jacob's, ceiling? I mean, Jacob's ceiling is like challenge for the world title, but not win.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you want to see him challenge Roman?
That's if Roman will probably get it back. Roman will probably get it back before the end of the year at some point.
Well, I'm saying, do you want to see him challenge Roman for the head of the table, or
here's a setup. What if Roman, what if Roman gets it back and then Jacob Fatu ends up challenging him, and then Solo comes back and costs Jacob the match?
Why would he do that?
Because he's mad that that Jacob's getting a shot over him, or Jacob's trying to move up through the tribe ahead of him or something like that. And then you would set up a match between Solo and Jacob.
Yeah. I don't know. I want to know, what did you are you happy that the Bloodline storyline is over for now?
Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, you can always go back to it, but yeah, it seems to be over.
Yeah. Were you happy how they culminated it though, or?
Well, yeah, you had to end it with Roman coming out on top over Solo. I mean, the only one Roman would Joe Hendry and Roman.
Yeah. Spear for Joe Hendry.
Roman's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Get out of my ring. Back to TNA.
I think they could have let him go a little bit longer, don't you?
I think they didn't. They didn't want to showcase him too much.
Yeah, he did, but what a spear by Breaker.
You've got your own. Well, I mean, look at that. You've got your own guys to showcase, like Braun Breaker.
I get it, but I'm saying, I mean.
Oh, did you see the look on Heyman's face?
Yeah. No, there you go. So that's 4 eliminations for Roman right there, Doc.
All right, maybe it was 4. Maybe it was 4 and 4 for him and Jacob. I thought I saw it was him and Jacob who had the most.
To me, I think I get it. He was going to beat Solo, but to end it on that Raw, I don't know. It was, and then nothing. The Rock did nothing. Was very disappointing to me.
The Rock had, I liked on social media where they said The Rock had amnesia like Tony Storm. Yeah, okay, so there's Jacob's 4th elimination.
Yes. And now we get Jacob and Roman face off right here. And
so they cleared the ring. Roman and Jacob basically cleared the ring of everyone except Penta.
Yeah. Which I think Penta, do you think that Penta maybe screwed up? He was supposed to get out too.
Right. Penta forgot.
Yeah.
Penta forgot when he was supposed to get eliminated.
Maybe, I don't know.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. There we go. Back and forth with the two behemoths of the Samoan dynasty. Also, with after tonight, they were talking about it on I think Busted Open or maybe on Raw. 4 members of their family have won the Royal Rumble.
Yes, they said that last night. Yokozuna, Roman, The Rock, and now Jey Uso.
Unbelievable, right?
The Anoa'i dynasty.
Yeah. 4 members of one family to win the Royal Rumble. Oh, what a spear by Roman on Jacob right there.
Hey, like the song says, wrestling has more than one royal family.
Yeah. Very true. I get the fans wanted Cody. And here comes Drew. Oh, what a beast. If it cost us Rock and Roman, I think it was a mistake. Because are you hearing the same things I'm hearing? That's not happening at this year's WrestleMania?
We got a long. I mean, we still got 2.5 months.
Well, I saw that it's right now they're planning for Roman, Seth, and Punk, which I mean, you'll see later in this match. They're setting up for that.
They said I thought at least. I thought it were. Yeah, I was shocked that Seth was hitting Roman with blackouts on the outside of the ring after he got eliminated. That was was crazy. What do you do? You do a three. I mean, you do a 3-way between Roman, Rock, and Punk.
Well, no, it's Roman, Seth, and Punk.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Roman, Seth, and Punk. What are the stakes?
I don't know.
Like what does Roman get out of that? I don't know what Roman gets out. I mean, Seth and Punk can carry itself. You can use Roman somewhere else.
Well, what's Roman? What are you going to put now that the bloodline story is over? What do you put Roman into? Because unless he wins Elimination Chamber, what is he? He's been away. So what's he involved in?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I said that it would be a lot. The WrestleMania picture would be a lot clearer after the Royal Rumble. But now I'm thinking we got to wait until the end of Elimination Chamber to really get an idea of what these 2 main events are going to be.
So we get Finn Balor here.
Finn Balor, who hadn't been seen since he lost that street fight.
Yeah.
To Damian Priest.
I just don't know who. Like I said, that's what they're setting up. It says is Roman with Seth and Punk, and like you said, I mean.
Well, again, that's what you have to, because you were planning Roman and Rock, and now you don't have.
Yeah, the Rock.
You don't have Rock, so you're going to insert Roman in the Seth and Punk.
I guess, because what else can you do with, what else is there for Roman to do if you're not going to have him, unless you're going to have him and Cody for a 3rd time in a row?
Unless they're playing with us again, like they did with Alexa, and leaking that stuff, like, oh, where the contracts up in the air, they're very far apart, and then she signs a 5-year contract that day.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I hope I want to see Rock and Roman. I thought that was the whole point of the Bloodline story, was to finish it with those two as to who is the head of the table, the tribal chief, whatever. And then, I mean, when
Roman is using Penta.
Yeah. Come on, man. Here we go. But when Rock puts the Ulafala on him, where else do you go?
How old is Rock?
Rock is 50. He's going to be 53 this year. Me and him have the same birthday, and he's 10 years older than me.
I mean, so does it matter at this point? Does it matter if Rock is going to wrestle Roman at the age of 52, 53, 54, or 55?
I don't think so, but I think you got made one more year. Because once you get like 55 and up, I think that's the you're close. I'm worried about what a match with him and. I mean, I guess you're gonna do, bloodline rules. No rules, so they can. It doesn't have to be a real work rate type of match. So I don't know. Like I said, him putting the Ulafala on him, I was very surprised. It's like, man, you really just like what? Where else can you go? You just ended this.
Did Rock put I don't remember Rock putting the Ulafala on.
Yeah, on the first Raw on Netflix, Doc. After the match, remember he was talking about Solo was like, "Oh, wise man, you're gonna put the Ulufala on me or whatever," and Rock took the Ulufala from Heyman and then it's Mexican Destroyer.
Mexican Destroyer on the Samoan.
Yeah, that's what they called it. So I'm just using what McAfee said. Oh, there we go. There we go. Penta finally eliminated.
Penta eliminated 40. I thought he hurt his knee there, actually, when he going for his knee. He was just doing some selling, I guess. Penta eliminated 40 minutes after he was actually eliminated.
Yes. Yeah, Rock put the Ulufala on Roman. So it's mean like with Rock putting it on him, where can you go with the story? Here we go. You ready, Doc? 3, 2, 1. Yeet, 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 yeet.
Has anyone won from 20 before?
Well, now they have.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. This is unbelievable, Doc. You have whatever it was, 65,000 people yeeting, doing the damn yeet as he comes to the ring.
I heard 70,000.
Okay, I just made.
I know they put up a graphic that said 65,000, but I've heard reports that it was 70,000. I mean, I don't care how many it is. They drew more in one night than AEW does in 3 months.
Yes.
I mean, look, they filled up fucking Lucas Oil Stadium.
Yes. I'm just saying, whatever it's 65,000 or 70, whatever the number is, it's the whole crowd. The whole crowd is doing the fucking yeet.
But again, this is, Jey Uso has to win the Royal Rumble. He has to go over. Yeah, there it is on the bottom. No superstar has won from the 20th position.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so he's the first one to win from the 20th position. Jey Uso has to win the Royal Rumble. Jey Uso has to go on to win WrestleMania. Because just like at your favorite WrestleMania, Sarge, WrestleMania 30, where Vince McMahon took a step back and realized, I need 100,000 people in the New Orleans Superdome going, yes, yes, yes. Triple H realizes he needs 100,000 people in Allegiant Stadium going, yeet, yeet, yeet. Look at Jay with the bye-bye.
I mean, he's faced Gunther 3 times now, right? And lost all 3?
No, just that one time.
I thought they have wrestled like 3 times.
I thought it was just that once.
I thought this was great. We brought back AJ Styles with the old music.
Yeah, thank God.
Great move by them. Place went nuts for AJ too, and he got some get pyro on a Royal Rumble entrance. That's pretty big.
You know what? If TNA can have any wrestler,
they'd want him.
They want AJ Styles to show up at a show.
Yeah. You think he would do it? He'd go back for a one-off?
I think he'd go back. Maybe he'd go. I mean, they do they do like 6 weeks of television tapings in one day.
Yeah.
He
So
could go back and do a whole month worth of storylines.
Yeah. You don't think he would do a pay-per-view for them?
I think he'd do. Yeah, I think he'd do a pay-per-view. I think he'd show up.
Yeah.
I think he'd show up and put over Joe Hendry if they wanted him to do that.
Yeah. AJ, we're seeing vintage AJ Styles here.
Yeah, I mean, what if I mean he was hurt, he comes back and he gets hurt again in his return match. What a freak injury.
Yep. A big A. I like AJ. He's always. I thought, like, remember when he was a champ, and they kept having Roman main event, even though Roman wasn't the champ.
Right. He's a two-time. I mean, he's a two-time world champion. Didn't he have he had the Intercontinental Champion, Tag Team Champion. I mean, he's a bona fide Hall of Famer.
Oh,
I
without
mean,
a
and
doubt.
then they can include all his TNA accolades as well.
Yes. Remember, SmackDown's the house that AJ Styles built.
SmackDown is the house that AJ Styles built.
Is this Cena here at 22? No. Oh, yeah, this Braun Strowman. Whatever. The one big SOB. Who cares? He's their new Big Show, is what he is.
Oh, are we gonna get Braun and Jacob Fatu at WrestleMania? Is that what they're gonna give us?
No, we already got that at Saturday Night Main Event, and Jacob.
Well, that match didn't have a finish though.
I don't. Do you want to see that again?
What else are we gonna do with you? I mean, well, there you go. Maybe you have Jacob Fatu challenge Roman. I think I'd rather see Jacob Fatu and Roman in
I
a
would too, but I think
showcase at WrestleMania than Roman forced into a 3-way match with Seth and Punk.
yeah, I would too. I just don't think they probably don't feel Jacob is ready for that type of spotlight with Roman at WrestleMania. So is this? Oh yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. I guess you're probably right. Since Braun just eliminated Jacob.
I missed that. He cleared off that whole fucking table.
Yeah. Look, he throws the fucking chair.
Throwing the chairs. Jesus Christ.
Yes.
And those chairs aren't light.
Yeah. When I watched that was like a oh shit moment. I couldn't believe Jacob Fatu was just eliminated when I originally watched this on Saturday. I guess you're right. I guess we're going to get Braun and Jacob again at WrestleMania. Like, whatever. I mean, Braun's going to put him over, right? There's no way Braun beats Jacob.
Right. No. There's no way Braun's had his time.
Yeah. Like I said, he's the next Big Show. And here we go. You can't see him from 23.
Who's coming out? The entranceway is empty. I don't see anyone.
Oh, you don't see anybody?
What's going on? I just see an empty entranceway. Oh wait, there. So we know Cena's doing the. I mean, he's going out the way he came in. You realize that, right?
What's that?
So he had when he first came up, he had trunks and boots and knee pads in every color imaginable. Yeah. So he would wear whatever color was the home team of whatever city they were in.
Mm-hmm.
So if they were in Indianapolis, he'd wear white and blue. Okay. If they were in Buffalo, he'd wear white and red. If he was in New York and it was basketball season, he'd wear blue and orange. So he's got the
you get the Colts colors on, I see.
Yeah, he's got the Colts shirt. Was Braun supposed to catch Finn?
I think he was, and he screwed up a little.
Yeah.
Big spear there by Roman on Drew. Cena just eliminated 2 people. See, I'd rather see these two at WrestleMania than Roman in a 3-way with Seth and Punk.
Right? I mean,
And here he comes. Here comes Punk. I uh, don't see where's the beef with Roman and Punk. They
I mean,
haven't.
have they even interacted?
Other than,
Oh, no. Wait a minute.
I mean, they did at the what's it called at at a Survivor Series.
Yeah, they've had some of that, but remember, Paul Heyman owes Punk a favor.
He does, but what is that favor like? If Roman wins Elimination Chamber, he wants his spot. Like what is the favor? Which I mean, we still don't know, but I don't.
Because the favor, like, I want to match. I want to match with Roman at WrestleMania because that would be make us the main event.
I guess.
When you've been building towards Punk and Seth since he returned to Survivor Series.
Well, haven't they not wrestled yet? I thought they had wrestled these two. I mean, Seth and Punk.
Did they wrestle last year? Yeah, all I remember is Punk wrestling Drew 3 times, and then Seth was the referee for one of the matches.
Oh, okay. Wasn't Punk a referee for Drew and? Oh, he was the ref for Drew. Okay. Look, they ended up. No, they just stood there, and now another entrant. And there it is, and there's Seth Rollins. Yeah, this was. They did a great job with this. You go Cena, Punk, then Seth.
I'm still laughing at that line from CM Punk from what is it, a month ago, where he said, "Any second, Seth's going to come out here looking like the Purple Pie Man from Porcupine Peak."
Yep. I'm saying they did a really good job with how they entered people into the Rumble, like all the heavy hitters, and then Seth right after Punk. There we go. And there's
He
Roman.
goes right after. By the way, Punk has on the Bret Hart attire tonight.
Yes. And we're gonna get Drew's gonna get upset here pretty soon.
Not until Damian Priest comes in.
I think it's Logan Paul.
Well, Cena needs to spray his bald spot.
I heard Cena's already back in Budapest for filming a movie, and we're not going to see him until
Elimination Chamber.
Yes. Which I know he's already declared for Elimination Chamber, and he's got a spot.
Yes, that's what Triple H says. That he comes out of the press conference, says, "I think I've earned the right to declare for Elimination Chamber, and I don't need to wrestle a match to get in."
Yes.
And Triple H then said if he's going to call his shot, he's earned that, so he's in Elimination Chamber. And then Punk had something to say about that because Punk beat Sami Zayn last night.
Yes, so he's in.
And Punk said, "I earned my way in, unlike some other people."
Whatever, Punk. I'm so over him already. Over Punk. Yeah, who's this? Oh, here we go. Dirty Dom.
Dirty Dom.
Oh, jeez.
I think I had my dad on the phone when he came out, and then my dad goes, "Oh, well, he won't be lasting too long." I go, "Dad, Dominic Mysterio is one day going to win the Royal Rumble."
Probably. Do you want to see a match with him and Rhea at some point?
Oh, my God. All right, I'll put it this way. I would rather see a match with Rhea and Dominic before I want to see a match with Charlotte and Cody.
Okay. I'm saying you don't think they could. I think Rhea could like legit beat his ass.
Well, effectively, that feud is effectively over.
Well, no, didn't Rhea came out and attacked Raquel and Liv again?
That's because Raquel attacked her when she was talking with Io Sky.
Yeah. So then, technically, I guess the feud's still not over yet, huh?
Well, as far as I'm concerned, the Liv, he's trying to suplex Roman.
Fuck out of here, Don.
Roman's like, "Fuck that, kid,"
Yeah.
and hits him with a Samoan drop. I had said this. I go, the Rhea Dominic Liv love triangle ends when Rhea hits Riptide on Dominic. And when was that was it Saturday Night's Main Event? She hit Riptide after she won the world title from Liv. So
Okay.
yeah, that's what we were building up to, was her eventually hitting Rip, because every time she tried to hit Riptide, he either squirmed away or Liv got him out of it. So she finally hit Riptide on him.
Who is this at 27? Oh, Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
Whatever.
So apparently we're going to get Sami and Kevin Owens round 5 at WrestleMania.
Round 100. I mean, how many times are these guys gonna fucking fight?
Hello, they have been fighting since for 15 years.
Yeah, before they even showed up at NXT, they've been fighting, right?
Yeah, they fought for the Ring of Honor World Title.
Yep, as Kevin Steen and El Generico, right?
El Generico. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm over Sami Zayn. I've never been a big fan. I just whatever. He can, see you later for all I care. Does nothing for me.
The best stuff he ever did was when he was in the Bloodline, was the best stuff.
Oh yeah, but he did that whole what was he, the Liberator or whatever the fuck he was?
Oh, remember he had the Artist Collective with it was him and Shinsuke and Cesaro. Remember that during the pandemic?
It was terrible. Same with did. They said he dressed like Castro for a while. That was terrible.
Remember when they had the ladder match for the Intercontinental title and he handcuffed Jeff Hardy's ear to the ladder?
Yes. Excellent. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure him and Owens always put on a great match, so I think they'll do great. Here comes Priest at 28. Do you ever see him getting back to main event status?
Well, I say it all the time. There's only 2 titles, man.
Yeah, and I felt like they tried with him, and I don't think he delivered enough. That I think he's gonna be a guy who's just kind of there now. I don't think he's ever gonna win a main event heavyweight championship again.
What did they? I mean, it's been 8 years since Kevin Owens has been Universal Champion.
Yeah, that's true. Owens has had how many titles? He's had a lot of title shots since then, though.
I mean, you could easily, you could just as easily insert Priest and McIntyre back in that world title scene at any moment, and it'll be it's believable. But yeah, just you got Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, who are just there goes Dominic.
Flung Dom.
He just.
I think, like I said, Priest has a cool look, and he is definitely physically imposing. I think it's his microphone work. He still is not good on the microphone. I just don't think the crowd does. He doesn't elicit enough response from the crowd. Like, I don't think the crowd cares whether he wins or loses.
You know what? His promo is actually better in Spanish.
Yeah, but because it's English is his second language. So here comes L.A. Knight. Yeah,
Yeah.
he got a pretty decent pop.
I text my brother. I go, he had number 29. I go, you just got LA Knight. And he texted back, wonderful.
He didn't say yeah.
No, I don't think he doesn't watch it that much like he as he used to.
So we go see L.A. Knight. Yeah. Well, oh, what a move!
Yeah, right over the top of.
Yeah, a little springboard, a little neck breaker there by L.A.
I
Knight.
think these two might be your. You might get LA Knight and AJ Styles. Oh no, you can't get LA Knight and AJ Styles. AJ Styles went to Raw.
We also got L.A. Knight and AJ Styles at last year's WrestleMania.
Did we?
Doc.
I thought so. Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, then I think they wrestled again. Look at this. This was everyone. Yeet, yeet, yeah, yeah, yeet, yeet. This was great. Oh, yeah. He's still over. I feel like they fucked up with him. They had a chance to really push him, and they held it back.
Yeah, they gave him a belt. I mean, he can always get that U.S. title back from Shinsuke.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but he was super over. Like, I think he was ready for heavyweight championship, but I know there was, they weren't taking the title off of Roman, so.
And Cody had to finish the story.
Yeah. So, but he was ready. He was super over with the crowd, just at the wrong time. Oh, as Jey eliminates Sammy. See, I thought when that happened, I didn't think Jey was winning, and I thought that was a few. They definitely swerved me there, Doc.
Oh, they could all. Yeah, again, that's another thing they could always. Like Sammy could always come to Jey after he wins the world title and says, "Hey, you eliminated me from the Royal Rumble. You the least you could do is give me a title shot now."
Yeah. Let me tell you, I know the fans they boo this guy. He is awesome, Logan Paul.
Here's the thing. They boo him.
Yeah.
Okay. I said this to my dad too. He goes, listen, I hate this guy. He goes, listen to them boo him. I go, Dad, they're booing him.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you're getting cheered or you're getting booed.
He gets a monster reaction.
See, this is why they don't need MJF. They got Logan Paul.
Yeah.
And the thing is that Logan Paul embraces being a heel. He doesn't care. He'll embrace it. If he could turn that into money, buckshot lariat.
double buckshot lariat.
But if he gets over as a heel, and that's popular, and that gets him, that makes him, that gets him where he needs to go here in the WWE. Do it. And that's the one thing that Ronda couldn't do. Ronda wouldn't accept getting over as a heel.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. See, this is where Drew gets eliminated. He's super pissed because of, I think, LA Knight and Logan Paul. He's super. Yeah, I heard he goes into the back now, super angry.
I heard he calmed down by the time he got to Raw on Monday.
I guess. I don't know. I think Logan Paul's also he's awesome in the ring. I've yet to see him have a bad match, Doc.
Right? How about that? How about that match last year where he had where they used the drone when he was on top of the turnbuckle drinking the prime, and the drone went around him, and then he dropped the elbow through the table.
Yes, awesome. Wasn't it? Was that the match against Roman or?
I think it was a match against Roman in Saudi Arabia.
Yes.
Or was it in France?
No, I know the one in Saudi, I think, was against Roman, and he had his phone, right?
That is crazy.
Yeah, he just jumped like feet first onto the fucking.
That's like 12. That's got to be like 12 feet.
Yeah, the guy's an athlete, man. And their LA Knight just eliminated Priest, and now Logan Paul's just hanging out here. This next thing he does is pretty impressive too. That he jumps from the table as he gets a prime thrown to him onto the barricade. That he's able to jump on that and not, keep his balance and not fall.
Remember when Kofi could do that?
Yes, and then
there goes LA Knight almost hit the stairs.
Yeah, look, he just stepped.
Heyman's like, I better get out of the way.
Yep. Look, he's inching over and he's going to jump onto the stairs here.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's all fair game. He never touched the ground. No part of him ever touched the ground.
He's about to eliminate AJ Styles. Yep, there's Styles.
Yeah, well, maybe they're setting up some. Yes, maybe they're setting up something between Logan Paul and AJ Styles, because Logan Paul's on Raw.
Yeah,
that'd be a decent match.
Yeah, I think they would have a great match. So now you got Paul, Cena, Roman, Punk, Seth, and Jey. I mean, it's a pretty impressive 6 right here.
These are all Hall of Famers.
At least except Logan Paul. I guess Logan Paul probably
Logan Paul is Logan Paul would definitely go in as a celebrity. Logan Paul has done more as a celebrity than so your measuring stick. You got to be better than the worst guy that went in the Hall of Fame. Okay, Logan Paul is definitely better than Drew Carey.
Yes, for sure. Oh, go to sleep. Punk hits Paul. Oh, super kick, Seth. Super kick, Jey. No, blocked. Pedigree. Seth with the pedigree on Jey.
Pedigree.
Cena going for the AA.
Look, everyone's getting their shit in.
Superman punch, Roman.
Superman punch.
Blackout. They don't call it the stomp. Well, he says stomp, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, they call it this. They don't call it the curb stomp. They call it the stomp.
Yeah, stomp.
I always like the blackout. I like to call it the blackout.
And here we go. Seth and Roman. I mean, are these two destined to go at it forever?
I mean, you've got Sarge. We were destined for triple threats forever. And then one guy decided he didn't want to be a wrestler anymore.
Yeah. Hey. I mean, this is... I do like that Seth will always go back to the Shield stuff every so often. He'll wear the Shield stuff and bring the music back.
Right, when he's playing mind games, because he's the master manipulator.
Yeah, the architect. Look at these.
I think it's amazing how these two guys can go back and forth between being bad guys and good guys so easily.
Well, I don't even know. Are they heels or faces anymore?
Well, right now they're both faces because their hair is dry. So if their hair was wet, they'd be heels.
Okay, that's the
right.
rule.
That's they said because I've said this before. In the heel locker room, there is a leaky pipe that is constantly misting the locker room. That's why everyone comes out wet.
Look at these two they're putting on a clinic right here with reversal after reversal, Doc, of all of their moves.
Hell, I'd rather get the two. I'll take Seth and Roman at WrestleMania without Punk. Let Punk go challenge Cody.
I know. When was the last time these two actually wrestled each other? Just the two of them.
Was that when Seth came out in the Shield gear? That was like at a TLC or at Survivor Series. I remember it was at the end of the year one time.
Okay, but that was a long time ago, right? I feel like it's been
Yeah, it was before Seth became world champion. It had to be like at least 6 months.
there. Punk just
Yeah.
eliminates Seth and Roman.
Punk eliminates the two guys he brought into the
Oh, and Logan Paul eliminates Punk.
Punk eliminates the two guys that he brought into the WWE. So I always like to know the final four. So your final four was Punk, Cena, Logan Paul, and Jey Uso.
Yep, but now here we go. Now look here. Seth loses it. Oh my God, that was brutal, Doc. Double, not just one stop. He used both feet on Roman's head on the outside there. And now Seth and Punk are going at it.
You know, Sarge, how about this? Because Roman doesn't have a match at WrestleMania, because of The Rock supposedly not being available, what if Roman doesn't have a match at WrestleMania?
Wouldn't that be disappointing?
Because he's hurt. Remember they made a big deal saying he's hurt?
Yeah.
What if the match is Punk and Rollins, and Roman comes back to cost Seth the match at WrestleMania?
Look at this. Jesus, look at this. Oh, stomp onto the steel steps by Rollins on Roman.
That sets up a feud for the summer where Roman and Seth feud, and then when it finally ends, Roman says, "Now that I've dispatched Seth, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna go back after Cody or Cena or whoever the fuck has the title by then."
Do you really see Roman being out for 2+ months?
You know, Roman's. You know, Roman doesn't need this business at this point. I mean, what left? Roman held that title for 4 years. What more does he have to prove, right?
Nothing, but don't you think,
If he still shows up and interferes in the match, he still gets a WrestleMania payday. If he, you know, if he's gonna say, look, I don't need to set up my match because Rock's not going to be there. I don't need to be around for 2 months. I'll go home and spend time with the girls, right?
Yeah, I just don't know what, I'm sure WWE wants him at WrestleMania. That's the only thing. I don't, not that Roman needs it, but I think WWE needs it. So I don't think
Once again, I've heard Roman talk about how his main objective of him being when he was world champion was to elevate his family.
Well, he's done that,
and he did that with Jey. He did that with Jimmy, and now that Jey Jey is the Royal Rumble winner, and he's the focus now for the next couple months going into WrestleMania. Maybe Roman feels I can step away, and Jimmy doesn't have to be in my shadow and be his own man.
All right, I can see that. I just to not have Roman at Mania is like, I don't know. It's like not having Hogan or Rock or Austin at Mania at this point, or Cena.
Like I'm saying, you don't have him advertised for Mania, but he still does. Well, he's still part of the advertisement. He just doesn't have a match. He just shows up.
Well, we don't have any matches technically for Mania yet. You know, it's. But I mean, usually by the Rumble, we know for the most part what we're gonna get. As Cena's about to try and double AA Logan Paul and Jey Uso here as Jey gets off. I did want before we finish. Here we go. Cena eliminates Logan Paul. We're down to 2. So I'm talking about the tag teams with Jey and Jimmy. Real quick. We saw them earlier in the night, which we didn't touch on, was Street Profits. I mean, are they ever going to pull the trigger on Montez Ford, Doc?
It doesn't look like it, does it?
No. Like, what
I
did we
mean, well,
do?
you never. I mean, Sarge, look what we're looking at right here. A guy who's spent 10 years in a tag team
Yeah, but I'm saying we
and was
like
and
in
was and was as recent as 2 years ago tag team champions with his brother, and now here he is, and he's going to main event WrestleMania.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's never too late for they might. And Kofi, look how long it took Kofi to
Yeah.
finally get his
Like
match
what I'm
against
saying
Daniel
is
Bryan.
in those 10 years with Kofi and Jay, you never saw this. Like you've seen Montez Ford is charismatic and
Right.
do all this stuff, and it's like, why have they not done anything with him? Yeah, I guess that's the difference. Is like I'm saying is that you could see all these things with Montez Ford, and it's still like nothing with him.
We know when that report was out on the same day as Royal Rumble that D'Angelo Dawkins is backstage on crutches. I thought, oh, here we go. So now they'll put Montez in a singles run. Maybe he'll win the U.S. title. Dawkins will be ringside, and that way they can keep the Street Profits together and they can give Montez a little run here. And then you find out it was all part of an angle that Angelo Dawkins wasn't hurt. So
Yeah, I'm just like, man, what can we like? The guy is super charismatic, and that I mean, from the heavens splash is one of the best I've ever seen. As we get Cena going for the five knuckle shuffle here, his five moves of doom. I remember fans used to boo this. Now it's like it's everyone appreciates him now. 6 years, 7 years later. Here we go. He hits the five knuckle shuffle. Here we go, going for the AA. Nope. Super kick. I know we're getting close to the end here, Doc.
right, you live long enough. You either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. Or like John Cena, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain and then eventually become the hero again.
Yep.
Right?
Mm-hmm. I mean, place goes nuts whenever his music hits now.
Even with Triple H. Remember at Triple H at one point in his career, everyone had turned against him. Oh, he's playing backstage politics. Oh, he's married to the boss's daughter. That's how he gets all his title runs. And now he's one of the most respected men in the business.
Yeah. I was talking to a buddy, like, speaking of Triple H, like, think about this, Doc. They did a 4.5 hour pay-per-view, 4 matches.
Yeah.
That's it. 4 matches. But unbelievable.
Yeah, that's why Royal Rumble is going to be 2 nights. What, next year? Because
Yeah. I mean, I
they're
get
going to do 4 matches on one night and 4 matches on the next.
yeah. I get that you can get like, you get a lot of people on the show, right? Here we go, come to the end here. Oh, Cena thinks he won and pulled a Jericho. Ah, come on, John, you know better than that. Jay's still hanging on. But like, you have Gunther didn't have a match, Rhea had no match, no Tiffany Stratton match. There's plenty, so there's other matches that can be had, but they didn't have it. So
Right, look
I
through
think,
but of course Cody and Kevin Owens, that's a no-brainer. But then the showcase, DIY and the Motor City Machine Guns. I mean, that's a great call right there.
mhm, yeah, it looks like everything's going to tonight except Survivor Series, huh?
And maybe we'll have 2 War Games matches: the women one night and the men the second night. Right?
I mean, maybe look at Cena.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is great the way they did. Yeah, they because both fall off the edge here, and it's
yeah. Cena going for the AA. It looks like he's about to win. Jay stays in. Oh, he pushes.
Oh, so someone is using that face as their profile picture right now.
Who is it?
Oh no, one guy that I follow on Kick that I watch that puts wrestling on.
Yeah. Now look at every insane reaction for Jey. Everyone doing the yeet in the background, like unbelievable.
You know, here's the point I need to make. Everybody this day was like, "Whoa, well, I guess John Cena is going to win the Royal Rumble." Same thing as same thing as we get all the time. John Cena is going to win, and then Jey wins, and those same people were still mad.
Yeah, no, you can't make any of the internet fucking wrestling fans happy. You see, like, what are you mad about? Look at the reaction. Look at the reaction of all the people doing the fucking, like, look at this. What a scene, Doc. Doesn't get much better than that, man. And with that, I need to go to sleep, Doc.
Boy, I didn't realize how
I got into it again.
I didn't realize how long this match actually was. But yeah, we're coming up against the 2 hours here. Yeah, Sarge, thanks for staying on here the whole time with me.
No problem. It was my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime, Sarge. You know where to find us. And where can people find you?
We're on Spaces now on Twitter. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be. So I think we're gonna do a show Thursday, and then Super Bowl's coming up, and then who knows? But follow the Jai Shields. That's where you'll find out if we're gonna do a show or not on Thursday.
No,
Jai
Shields. Well, I can still see Jai Shields, but he has me blocked.
Oh, he does. I'll have to share.
I gave him too much grief about the Orioles last season.
No, he doesn't like that. Doesn't like that at all.
Yeah, plead for him to unblock me.
I will. Real quick, who's your Super Bowl prediction? Who you got?
Chiefs.
I think the Eagles are the better team and should win, but man, Mahomes is too good, man. So I think
you put 6 guys on the line. You force Jalen Hurts to throw. Chiefs.
All right, you're probably right. So Chiefs too. All right. Well, thanks again, Doc.
All right, thanks, Sarge. You get some sleep. Thanks for staying the whole time.
No problem. I'll talk to you soon.
Later.
Bye.
So on behalf of Drill Sergeant Z, there it is. It's Jey Uso as your Royal Rumble winner, and he will face either Gunther and Cody Rhodes, granted that they're still champion by mid-April. And next week, hopefully, main event Shane Uso himself will be back, and he can goon out to the Royal Rumble women's version as he gets to see Julia and Stephanie and Jada Parker and all his favorites from NXT. So, on behalf of Drill Sergeant Z, on behalf of Terry Bollea, this is the Nightmare Doctor and LeBron James. You knew about that trade. You can go to hell. Straight to hell, buddy.